7 years ago, I was sitting in a subsidized housing apartment with $42 in my bank account. My wife was sitting next to me, my newborn son was in the other room, and I still remember opening up my laptop and starting a spreadsheet and trying to figure out if we could actually make rent. I'd graduated college, I had zero safety net, I had no family money behind me, and nothing to fall back on. And honestly, I didn't believe I was going to be a millionaire, or at least anytime soon. I knew that if I invested early on, compound interest was going to do its things, but I truly had no idea that millionaire status was in the cards. I thought maybe if everything get right, I'd get maybe $100,000 a year, maybe $250,000. That felt like the dream. I was hoping to live a chill, comfortable life making 6 figures in maybe 10 years. What I didn't realize at the time was that there were certain signs already working in the background, signs that had nothing to do with how much money I had. I hit millionaire status years before 30. Looking back now, there were signs, and if you're watching this, there's a real chance you have them in your life too. Let's go through all 7 signs. Sign number 1, you feel behind. One of the biggest signs that you're actually on track is that you feel like you're behind. I know it sounds backwards, but stay with me because this is where it starts to change. When I was building my business in those first couple of years, I had a constant nagging feeling that I wasn't moving fast enough and that other people were ahead of me, that I was late for everything. And for a long time, I thought that feeling meant something was wrong with me. It didn't, but here's what the feeling actually is. It's awareness. And awareness is something that most people genuinely don't have. The average person, and I say this with real respect, is comfortable. They're not restless. They're not comparing. Everyone compares to some extent, but I would say there's a difference between comparing lifestyle, social media, influencers, and constantly be thinking about money, assets, and growth from a monetary perspective. They're not measuring the distance between where they are and where they want to be financially. And that comfort, that is a trap. Most people make peace with average so early in their life that that gap never becomes visible to them. The discomfort that you're carrying right now, that is growth trying to happen. And here's the part that really matters. Feeling behind only works in your favor if you channel it correctly. The people that feel behind and spiral into comparison and anxiety and paralysis never make it. But the people that take that feeling and use it as fuel, who create urgency without creating chaos, those are the ones that look back one day and realize that that feeling was never the enemy. It was the signal. If you feel behind right now, that restlessness is telling you something. Most people will never develop the awareness to actually feel it. Sign number 2, you've stopped caring about looking rich. This one separates people who will become wealthy from people who will always look wealthy but never actually get there. And when I went through it, I didn't even notice it at first. I stopped wanting to prove anything. I remember early on, I wanted the house, I wanted the car, I wanted the things that said, hey, I made it. And I've been around enough real wealth to understand now that the people worth tens of millions of dollars, the people worth hundreds of millions of dollars, they stopped playing that game a long time ago. When you stop spending money to win the approval of other people, something powerful happens in your financial life. You start making decisions based on what builds wealth instead of signals wealth, and those two are completely different games. This is the version of law of detachment that actually matters in personal finance. You detach from the outcome of what other people think, and once you detach from that, you start seeing clearly. You stop upgrading your lifestyle every single time your income goes up a little. When you stop caring about looking rich, you create the exact conditions around you that actually make you rich. If you ever felt the shift, even quietly, even just from starting out, that is one of the signs that you're on track. Sign number 3, you're in rooms with people that are far ahead of you. My dad had a line he used when I was growing up. There are 2 ways to learn, counsel or consequence. Most people decide to learn through consequence. They figure out the hard way, the heavy tax bill, the bad investment, the year they lost because no one told them what to watch out for. And consequence is a brutal teacher. When I was playing basketball at BYU, I ended up on a private jet for the first time, and I sat next to a man that was worth over $100 million. He was one of the boosters supporting the program, and we talked for almost 2 hours on that flight. At that time, I was just a college kid, and I didn't fully understand what that conversation was worth. But years later, when my business started making real money and I felt financially stuck, I went back to that exact same network. I canceled all my meetings for the day, drove 12 hours round trip to sit down at lunch with someone who had already solved the problems I was trying to solve. And they told me things inside that lunch meeting that completely blew my mind. Not because the information was necessarily secret or I hadn't heard it before, but I'd never been in a room where the conversation was operating at that level. Proximity will change everything. And here's what most people don't realize. The people you surround yourself with don't just inspire you, they set the floor for what you think is normal. When your standard of what is normal rises, your decisions will rise with it automatically. If you're actively seeking people out who are ahead of you, if you're uncomfortable being the most successful person in the room, if you've started choosing your environment with intention rather than just convenience, that is a sign, and it's a big one. The version of you that sat in the old room made old decisions. The version of you that enters that new room starts thinking differently without even realize it's happening. Sign number 4, you are actively increasing your income. Here's something I wish someone had told me earlier, and I want to be extremely clear about it. In the early stages of building wealth, your income is the most powerful lever you have. A lot of people skip this step and they go straight to optimization. They start trying to invest before they've actually created real income that is worth investing. They try to squeeze perfection out of a very small number instead of growing that number first. When I was building my business, those 12 to 14-hour days were not glamorous. It was a complete grind, but what I understood even back then was that I had to create that income first. The foundation comes before the frame. The sign here isn't that you have high income. The sign is that you're actively doing something to actually grow it. A side income, a business, a career move, a skill that makes you more valuable inside the marketplace. This is where people who are on track start to separate from people who are not. The people who are not on track are just waiting. They're waiting for a raise. They're waiting for the right time. They're waiting for some external event to happen so that they can actually get ahead. And the people who are on track, they stopped waiting. They started building something. The money will always follow that mentality. Sign number 5, you're building assets consistently. There is a real difference between making money and building wealth, and this is the part that separates high income earners from someone who is genuinely on the path to be a multimillionaire. I have met people making $200,000 a year and they have absolutely nothing to show for it. And I've met people that make $70,000 a year quietly building something real. The difference has nothing to do with how much they make and has everything to do what they actually do with it. You're deploying it. When you understand that money sitting in a checking account loses value every single day to inflation, when you understand that owning something, whether it's index funds, real estate, a business, equity in something that grows, is fundamentally different from earning a paycheck and spending it, your whole relationship with money completely changes. And here's the thing about compounding that most people don't fully appreciate until they experience it themselves. It's almost invisible in the beginning. You put money in and wait for a while and it feels like absolutely nothing's happening. The line on the graph barely moves, but something is happening. And people who stay consistent, even when they can't feel that momentum, those are the people that wake up one day and realize that everything changed because they were just staying on the course. If you're building assets right now, even if it's slowly, even if it's imperfectly, that is one of the biggest signs that you're on the list. Most people will never actually start building assets. Sign number 6, you invest in knowledge that pays you back. I want to be honest about something. A turning point in my financial life was not a specific investment. It wasn't a stock, it wasn't a deal, it wasn't a piece of real estate, it was a lunch. A lunch meeting that costed me time and money. I drove 12 hours round trip to sit across the table from someone who had already solved the problem I was working on. I paid attention, I took notes, I went home and dug into everything that they mentioned. And for the better part of 3 years, I invested aggressively in being around people whose knowledge was worth paying for. That investment returned more than anything else I've ever put money into. Here's the shift that I want you to see clearly. Most people consume content. They watch videos like this one, they read articles, they listen to podcasts, and they feel informed. But feeling informed is extremely different from actually being equipped. The sign that puts you into a different category is when you stop just consuming for entertainment and you start investing in that knowledge that actually changes what you do. Mentorships that hold you accountable, courses that you actually complete and apply, books that you implement instead of just finish. Information only matters if it leads to application. If you're investing in your own development right now, and I mean actually investing, not just scrolling, that is a sign, because what you know is either working for you or against you, and the people who take that seriously are the ones that are going somewhere. Sign number 7, you're thinking long term. This is a sign that ties everything together, and this is the part that really matters. The millionaire mindset, and I use that phrase extremely carefully, isn't about the hustle culture. It's not about grinding until you absolutely burn out. It's not about being obsessed about every hour or every day. What it actually is a lot of patience. They always say patience is a virtue, and that could not be more true. Every single person that I've sat across from who has built something real, the ones that have numbers, the actual net worth, they started with one thing in common. They were not trying to win this month. They were playing a game that looked out 10 years. Delayed gratification, the ability to do something today that doesn't pay off years from now, that is patience that will be rewarded. And here's the most practical version of that I can give you, especially if you're young and just getting started. There is a season to learn and there is a season to earn. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is trying to skip the first one to get to the second one faster. If you can go work for a person that is already doing what you want to do, and I mean actually work for them, be in their world, be in their building, do it. Take that job even if it pays you less than you think you deserve right now, because what you are getting paid in that season isn't just a salary, it's the education, it's the exposure, it's watching how they think, how they operate, how they handle hard hard decisions and what their day actually looks like behind closed doors and take notes. Seriously, take notes on everything. How do they run their meetings? How do they talk to clients? How do they respond when things go wrong? What systems do they use? And what habits do they protect? Absorb every single thing you can while you're in that seat. Most people rush this season to learn because they want to get to the season of earning. They want income, they want recognition, they want results, and in doing that, they skip the very foundation that makes everything possible. Do not rush the learning season, because here's what I've seen over and over again. The people who are patient enough to stay in the room, to be the student, to genuinely soak up what's in front of them without being in a hurry to graduate, their earning season doesn't just arrive, it arrives fully loaded. Everything in your environment right now is designed to get you to spend now, enjoy now, choose comfort now. And the people who can hear all of that noise and still make the long-term decision consistently, day in and day out, those are the ones that you read about later on. You have got to stop chasing shortcuts. If you've accepted that this is going to take time and you're genuinely at peace with that, you are playing a different game from those people around you, and most people don't even know there's a different game to play. Now the bonus, the ultimate sign, and here's the one that I save for last because it doesn't just add to the list, it accelerates everything on it. You pay attention to where the world is going, not where it is, where it's going. Every major wealth creation moment in history happened because someone saw a shift coming and positioned themselves before the crowd actually arrived. The land rush of the 1800s, the roaring 20s when the stock market hit, real estate coming out of the post-war era, the internet, mobile technology, right now, AI, private markets, the way capital is flowing in ways that are completely different from how your parents were taught to build wealth. Wealth will follow that change, that's just the truth of it, and it always has. The people who win aren't necessarily the smartest or the hardest working. They're the people that prepare themselves to get lucky, because luck is not random. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. If you are watching where the world is going, educating yourself on what's coming, and positioning yourself in front of the wave before it actually breaks, you are not hoping to get lucky. You're engineering a situation when luck becomes inevitable. Now take everything that we just went through. If you have those things, and I mean genuinely have them, not just know about them, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The only variable left is time, and time is something you can work with. This video was meant to feel like a mirror, not a lecture. If something on this list hit you, if you saw yourself in any of these signs, that's information, use it. Drop a comment down below and tell me which sign resonated with you the most. I read every single one of them, and hey, if you got something from this video, take 2 seconds and leave a like. It sounds small, but it genuinely helps the content get in front of the people that actually need it and want to see it. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. And if you're serious about building wealth, real wealth, the financial foundations, the tax strategies, private markets, everything, that is what this channel is for. You're already in the right place, and I'll see you on the next one.